when you just now said, let's just go back to how ridiculous you are. The president filed for bankruptcy 8 times, still a billionaire. He's saying he's a bad businessman. You're just not that smart.
Okay.
And you have to acknowledge that. And you know why? You're not seeing the world. You know what happens when you have to go someplace? You're laughing. You know what happens when you have to go someplace every day at 4 a.m? You can't go nowhere. You got to be here every day. You've been 15 years. You've missed the whole world. You don't know what you're talking about. And you're saying it confidently. And you're in an algorithm where people actually believe you out of response. And why you think they keep you here? They want y'all to make us dumb.
What's good? What's good? This is Steaker the podcast. Hey, do me a favor. Subscribe to the channel. Hey, I appreciate the love and support on mi gente. I hope you're doing good. Take care of yourself physically, mentally, spiritually, financially, wherever you're at in your life, man, take care of yourself. Yo, you know what I've noticed, man? I've noticed that everybody want to be a boss, but doesn't have the work ethics to be a boss or even have the leadership skills to be a boss. It's interesting because it seems like the more they put it out there that you got to be a boss, you got to do this, you got to do it on your own and all this. And it's all good. Look, I ain't tripping. Do what you got to do to make it, bro. But I grew up at a time, maybe because I'm the first generation Latino to be American. And I grew up at a time where you put in that work. Go work that job. You're going to learn some things working at a job to say, hey, man, do I have the will, the power, the dedication, and motivation to be a boss, however you want to call it. And I've noticed that at a very young age, when they offered me a certain position of management, and I was like, nah, I ain't ready for that. And the crazy thing about it, the reason why they offered me that position at that time was because they noticed that certain things, because, certain people will notice, hey, man, this person has the ability to move and people follow his direction. And that's what people pick up on when you work under these corporate restaurant businesses, whatever. But at that specific time, I was like, do I really want to take on that task to say, hey, you know what? I'm able to tell people what to do, have them under my management, and hopefully I'll be able to create great employees. And everybody in the world, for some reason, want to be Michael Jordan, but they don't want to be Scottie Pippen. It's like I said, it's an interesting life we're living in right now. And why is it that if you work a 9 to 5, people will find a way to shame you for it? Ain't nothing wrong with working a 9 to, ain't nothing wrong with working a 9 to 5. You got to start off somewhere. Other people find their hustle doing illegal things. And what usually happens is when they fall in this trap of the street life, you're really not making money like that. You're always on that high, like I gotta get it, I gotta continue going. Trust me, I've been down that path too. And it's nothing something to brag about. I even tell myself, what was the reason of me doing it? I had a good job at the time, right? But all in all, man, everybody, bro, needs an assistant or somebody to help you to take you to that next level. It happens all the time. So when I think about Dame Dash, right? Chatty Patty. Boy, I tell you, man, it's something else, ain't it? But I waited a little bit because I was like, you know what? I saw the Breakfast Club interview. I see the dialogue when he does those interviews and what he got to say in his own platforms. And I'm like, man, Dame Dash has built a empire. And he has done the necessary things to get to that point, right? And it's cool. And some of the things that he does speak about when he talks to the Breakfast Club or anybody else is that he's not the type of person to take orders from anybody. He's the one giving out the orders, and he's the one that basically starts the business. It's all cool. It sounds good. And I throw no shade at Dame Dash because he's at a level that one day that's what I'm shooting for, right? To become a mogul, to become something successful in life, to be able to step out your house and look at a lake. Oh, what an amazing feeling that would be, of course. But let's not act like it was something that he did by himself. It took multiple people to be doing the same thing, to be shooting for the same goal to get to that place. It took a Jay-Z. Let's be real, right? Jay-Z with the music, he had to put it out there and people to know, hey, It took my skills, my talent for people to hear us. And yes, Dame Dash, I think Biggs, I think that's his name. But excuse me, they were all involved in the movement. But that movement, it was a triangle, right? Everybody had the same mindset. We need to get to this goal. So when you preach and you tell the audience for the upcoming person that you could do it by yourself, it's hard to believe at times. Because I know anything that I do, it ain't gonna be by myself, man. Let me tell you something that happened recently, right? I went to this barber shop, got the little kids, got the haircut, whatever, right? And I got a chance to talk to the person, with the clippers, with the fade, giving the fades. Not with the chingazos, but the fades with the hair, right? And we got into this deep conversation and how he said the reason why he's working at this barber shop is because he feels like he's his own boss and he don't like taking orders from anybody. And I'm telling myself, I'm like, okay, so you're a barber at a location that's a building, right? It's a building. Let's keep it. Let's start from the ground up. Let's start from the ground and work our way up. You're working at a building that's not yours, right? You're working for somebody. He might not give you them orders, but at the end of the day, you're still working for somebody. So at what point do you say, hey, this is my business? It's different, man. Because when I think about a barber, right, me personally, we're going to do it all by ourselves. You need some money to get it going. That building with the lights on, somebody's paying that bill. If it ain't you, it's somebody else, but somebody's paying that bill. That chair that you put all your customers at, that costs some money. Them clippers, that cost, everything comes with money, right? But to claim that you're a boss at that level right now, you're the one cutting the hair. That's what you're doing. You're a barber, and it's cool. But to think that you're a boss, like I go back to the same conversation at the beginning when we started this, right? Why everybody want to be a boss? Hey, bro, you got to take baby steps. And I know this firsthand experience. There's multiple businesses that I dove deep into that didn't work out like I planned. And not saying they couldn't work out. It's just that at that moment, a lot of things weren't lining up. And I was like, okay, maybe this is not for me. I think it was Les Brown that said it one time. Les Brown, I read it somewhere, that his friend wanted to be the owner of a restaurant. But the only position that he was playing was the chef. And he told him, okay, have you ever ran anything? Have you ever had employees? Have you ever done any of this? He said, no. So how you gonna run a restaurant business if you haven't even tapped into that? The reason why I talk about the restaurant, because I remember when I was offered that position, I'm telling you, I had to be probably like 21 when I got offered that position as a bar back. I was a bar back at that time. All I knew is how to run a bar. I didn't know how to run a whole restaurant, but it takes somebody to take you under their wing and give you, like this is what I'm trying to say to y'all, man. It's hard to run a business if you don't learn it from somebody else. So I understand Dame Dash's position now at his moment in his life, because now he became that boss, but he wasn't the boss at the very beginning. He had to, hey, I have to follow orders from this person. I got to make sure, I'm rubbing with the right people to make sure the next move is the right move. So I understand. It's almost like when you flip a coin, right? You got heads and tails. You just don't know what direction, because at the end of the day, when I think about like a Dame Dash, he has worked to the position he's in. He didn't start as a boss. He worked his way to become a boss. Like I say, it's good to preach to everybody to become a boss, but how did you get there? I think that's what we're missing right now. Like I said, even with the guy at the barbershop, I got nothing against people that do hair. Cool, man. But I can't claim to be something that I'm not, because at the very moment, I'm not paying the electric. I'm not paying for this chair. I'm still answering to this other person. It might not be as harsh as when you go to a corporate world where you got to answer to these people that you're like, man, I don't even want to talk to this person. But you got to start off somewhere, man. And look. I think Dame Dash is good for hip hop. That dude's a boss. He worked his way to be a boss. And I respect that. But I think the message has to be a little bit different. How did you get yourself to that position? Give me those jewels. Give me those diamonds that you have, because I want to get to that position. Don't tell me just be a boss and then drop my job and don't answer to nobody, bro. I can't do that. I got a mouse to feed. I got to make sure my light bills are on. Make sure that everything that I got going, it makes sense. But I respect the information he's providing. He's a funny guy, man. When he puts on the show, it's something to talk about. But let's have this conversation, y'all. What does it take to be a boss? Did you just come in the game and say automatically I'm the boss, or did you have to work your way to become that person? And it's all good, man. Look, I ain't here to shade on nobody talking about working 9 to 5 is for lames. Nah, bro. It is not. You have to learn those trades in order for you to get to the next level. But y'all do me a favor, man, before y'all head out. Subscribe to the channel. Si te gusta lo que mira, press like. Share this video on your social media platforms. Drop a comment in the comment section. I'm always interacting with mi gente, tu sabes. Hit the notification bell to get notified. Visit the website, r2drec.com. And always remember, have peace in your heart, have faith, and never give up. All right, one. What's good? What's good? This is Stico. Hey, do me a favor, man. Somewhere on here, you get a chance to check out my other channel. I release all my music there. We have a lot of music coming out this year. Y'all definitely don't want to miss out. Do me a favor as well. Check out the website, r2drec.com. Purchase your merchandise. Let's keep this moving going. Thank you for all the love and support, and thank you for being patient with me. Hey, let's get it this year. All right, one.